Hello, dear participants of the Third International Congress of Social, Political and Financial Research. I'm Professor Dr. Azra Ahmic, joining you from Bosnia and Herzegovina, where I work as Associate Professor at the International University of Sarajevo and International University Travnik. Even though we are meeting virtually, well, this moment is powerful because knowledge knows no borders and innovation knows no limits. And it is truly an honor and a privilege to be invited as a speaker for this esteemed Congress, a platform where brilliant minds converge to discuss, challenge, and reshape the narratives that drive our societies, economies, and institutions. And my deepest gratitude goes to Professor Osman Geyik for the invitation and for fostering such an important event for intellectual exchange. Today, I look forward to share with you the findings of my research, which is about actually exploring influence of digital strategic orientation on sustainable performance. Now I will share with you my presentation. All right, so the topic of my research was From Digital Strategic Orientation to Sustainable Performance, Empirical Findings in Business Research. So firstly, let's look at these numbers. So in 2024, the digital transformation market was valued at a staggering $911.2 billion. But that's just the beginning. By 2027, global spending on digital transformation is expected to climb to $3.9 trillion. And these figures are not just statistics. They are a loud and clear message that digital transformation is the driving force of business evolution. And why is this important? Because as researchers, strategists, and business leaders, we need to understand that digital technologies are not just tools, but of course, they are driving force behind innovation, resilience, and long-term success. And as Siyasal et al. From 2022 highlight, digital technologies are crucial strategic resources that redefine how businesses create value and sustain a competitive advantage. And if there was ever a moment that forced businesses to rethink everything, it was the COVID-19 pandemic. It wasn't just a crisis, it was a catalyst. And the impact unmistakable. So here on the figure number 1, of course, so we can see that according to Twilio from 2020, a staggering 97% of companies reported that the pandemic accelerated their digital transformation efforts. In other words, digitalization went from being a competitive advantage to a survival strategy almost overnight. But let's fast forward to today. So what are companies prioritizing in their digital investments? So here on figure number 2, we can see the top digital investments. So at the forefront of this revolution is generative artificial intelligence. So with 57% of businesses investing in it. And this isn't surprising because generative AI is redefining productivity, content creation, and decision-making across industries. And right behind it, we have AI and machine learning with 52%, then industrial robotics with 50%, data and analytics with 49%. Which are, let's say, reshaping automation, efficiency, and scalability, especially in manufacturing and logistics. And then we see a crucial investment in climate tech with 39%. This is a clear indicator that sustainability and technology are no longer separate conversations. Now let's focus on sustainability. So for years, sustainability was seen as a nice to have, a corporate responsibility initiative, but today it is business imperative, and the numbers prove it. So here on the figure number 3, we can see on this first graph, according to Deloitte report from 2024, 85% of C-suite executives have increased their investments in sustainability, up from 75% just last year, so for 10% more. And here's the key question: how are they making it happen? So the answer lies in technology. And the same report shows that 50% of executives have already begun implementing technology-driven solutions to meet their climate goals. And on this third graph, we can see that 71% of C-suite leaders now recognize ESG investment as a competitive advantage, according to Thomas Reuters from 2024. So this is a game changer, and sustainability is no longer just about compliance or social responsibility, but it is about differentiation, market positioning, and long-term profitability. When it comes to research objectives, well, I have outlined 2 key research objectives. So the first objective is to advance theoretical understanding in this area. While digital transformation and sustainability are widely discussed, the intersection between them, how a company's digital strategic choices impact its long-term sustainability, well, it is still evolving. So here the second objective moves from theory to practice, and it seeks to provide empirical evidence on how digital strategic orientation directly affects sustainable performance. All right, so next we turn to literature review to explore existing research in this field. So according to Joseph et al. From 2023, digital orientation is not just about using technology. It is about the strategic alignment of an organization to fully harness digital potential and drive success. But how do organizations achieve this alignment? Well, research by Kinderman et al. From 2021 identifies 4 key elements that define an effective digital strategic orientation. So which elements are here? First of all, digital technology scope. Second, digital capabilities. Third, digital ecosystem coordination. And fourth element is digital architecture configuration. Now let's say something more about these elements. So digital technology scope, of course, refers to collection of digital tools and solutions that enable a firm to achieve strategic expansion. Then digital capabilities, they include internal skills, resources required to effectively use digital technologies. Then the third element here, digital ecosystem coordination. Well, it refers to organizations' ability to collaborate, integrate, and align with external digital partners, platforms, and networks. And finally, digital architecture configuration is the structural backbone that enables seamless digital operations. So this includes cloud computing, IT frameworks, and systems that support agility and scalability. All right. So when it comes to sustainability or sustainable performance, well, we can say it is more than just environmental responsibility. It is a comprehensive framework that evaluates an organization's ability to balance 3 crucial dimensions. So here we have financial performance, social, and environmental performance. All right, so furthermore, now here we have the conceptual framework, all right, which illustrates a fundamental relationship, how an organization's digital strategic orientation directly influences its sustainability performance with its variables. All right, then now that we've established the relationship between digital strategic orientation and sustainable performance, let's take a closer look at the key hypothesis while driving this research. So hypothesis 1, or H1A, suggests that digital strategic orientation has a positive and significant impact on financial performance. Secondly, hypothesis 2, H1B, suggests that digital strategic orientation has a positive and significant impact on social performance. And finally, the third hypothesis, H1C, investigates if there is the positive and significant impact of digital strategic orientation on environmental performance. All right, when it comes to methodology, well, first, the research sample consisted of 115 top managers from companies across Bosnia and Herzegovina, and the study follows a quantitative exploratory research design. For the data collection, I used structured questionnaire based on Likert scale, enabling participants to express their perceptions and experiences in a measurable way. And finally, to maximize response rates and reach, I distributed the questionnaire through a combination of online or email and in-person methods. All right, so this slide provides an overview of the top managers who participated in the study, categorized by gender and position. So on the left side, we have figure number 5. All right, so here we can see gender distribution. So 61 were male and 39% female top managers. And while the gap remains, the strong representation of female leaders highlights the increasing presence of women in strategic decision-making roles. All right, on the right side, on figure 6, here we have the sample of top managers by position. And this sample included 37% of CEO and executives, 35% branch managers, and 28% senior managers, ensuring that our study captures perspectives from leaders across different levels of strategic influences. All right, now when it comes to questionnaire items and measuring techniques, well, I used a 5-point Likert scale, ranging from entirely disagree to entirely agree, allowing respondents to express their perceptions with nuance. And the study focused on 2 key variables. All right, so digital strategic orientation as the independent variable was assessed through 13 items, and sustainable performance as the dependent variable was measured through 11 items. So to give an example, under the dimension of digital technology scope, participants were asked whether their firms actively explore and adopt emerging digital technologies to drive business innovation. All right, so furthermore, here we can see that all right, we have another questionnaire items. When it comes to digital capabilities, here we have examples such as we invest in continuous learning and development to enhance employees' digital competencies. And when it comes to digital ecosystem coordination, examples were our systems integrate smoothly with cloud platforms and third parties, and we effectively collaborate with external partners, suppliers, and platforms to enhance digital innovation. And when it comes to digital architecture configuration, an example was here like our IT infrastructure ensures efficiency, cybersecurity, and reliability. All right, so when it comes to sustainable performance items, for financial performance, here we had our company has improved profitability over the past 3 years, and the company has successfully expanded its market share, leading to higher revenue. When it comes to items for social performance, they included employee job satisfaction and engagement levels have increased over the past 3 years, and we have increased diversity and inclusion in our leadership and workforce. Regarding environmental performance, items were For example, we have improved waste reduction, we have increased the usage of eco-friendly and healthy materials, and we utilize more energy efficient technologies. All right, so when it comes to instrument reliability, to ensure the accuracy and consistency of our measurement, well, I assess the reliability of all scales using Cronbach alpha, and the results, well, each measured dimension showed value which exceeded 0.7. So these values indicate excellent reliability and consistency across all measurement scales. All right, so to test our hypothesis, I conducted regression analysis to examine whether digital strategic orientation drives different aspects of sustainable performance. And this involved developing 3 multiply regression models. So each focusing on one of the key dimensions, financial, social, and environmental performance. So what is the core result? So the findings from regression analysis provide strong evidence that digital strategic orientation has a significant and positive impact on sustainable performance across all 3 models. So if I want now to go further on discussion, we can say that financial performance in the digital era is the most influenced by 2 key factors: digital capabilities and digital technology scope. Why? Because companies that master digital skills invest in employee upskilling and adapt to technological advancements. So they don't just operate efficiently, but they maximize profitability by this way. When it comes to social performance, digital ecosystem coordination had the greatest impact on it, because it redefines how organizations collaborate, engage, and create value both internally and externally. And digital capabilities, as the second most influential factor on social performance, drive internal transformation, ensuring employees have the skills, tools, and mindset needed to thrive in a socially responsible digital world. And regarding environmental performance, the biggest driver in Bosnia and Herzegovina was digital technology scope, and for a good reason. Because as sustainability efforts evolve, digital tools together with digital architecture configuration are helping firms monitor energy use in real time, to reduce waste with AI and implement smart manufacturing that cuts resource consumption and lowers emissions. All right, so on this slide, I also provided some pathways for future research. So the first one is for future researchers to expand the geographical and sectoral scope, incorporating a larger and more diverse sample of firms across multiple regions. The second one, to conduct longitudinal studies, which could provide a dynamic perspective on how digital strategic orientation evolves over time. And the third pathway here is to explore the role of emerging technologies as AI-driven sustainability analytics, blockchain for supply chain transparency, and green fintech solutions on the sustainable performance. So, as a final thought, I can also say here that the next business superpower equals digital plus sustainable plus profitable. Thank you for your attention. I hope this presentation has given you some valuable insights. And if you have any further questions, please feel free to reach out.